looks like there's another bombshell from that bombshell book that someone's now not very happy about. But as ever, what and who? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you for joining me as ever. Lovely breeze I've managed to find in this London tropical heat wave that we're having. Listen, don't believe what you're reading and all that sort of stuff, Yes, it's nice to have a warm summer day, but remember, it literally is days, hours. It doesn't last that long, does it? That's the problem. Now, the bigger problem, of course, if you're Meghan Markle, is you need people to get on your side to back you up and validate some of your stories. And this is particularly interesting with the release of this latest book by the celebrated author Tom Bower, Revenge. It's been serialised in the Times, and in that particular serialisation he discussed certain aspects of things that now we know about Meghan. In fact, the biggest story so far came about the creation of the Vanity Fair project. Apparently Meghan wasn't very happy with it because it didn't focus on her charity work, rather than, of course, more about her relationship with Harry. As we said before, you can understand why that particular relationship was celebrated. That was the selling point. And then it turns out that Mr. Bower had a one-to-one, or so we believe, with the writer, the author of that piece. But now, strangely enough, he's come forward within the letters page of the Times newspaper, basically not necessarily contradicting some of the elements of the story, but also doesn't back up the remaining parts of the story. Let me explain. What Sam has done, and he has been a contributing editor to the magazine since 2007, is this. He's basically pointed out some of the errors that he feels weren't necessarily replicated. Apparently, the warmth and the guidance and the friendship that Meghan Markle offered him upon that interview all those years ago now. Now, what's interesting here is people are sort of celebrating the fact that Mr. Bower could have got it wrong. Well, there's two things that spring to mind, and you have to put this into perspective. Mr. Bower is a professional, so no doubt he would have recorded that conversation with the contributing editor. And more importantly, while the contributing editor, Sam, talks about certain aspects, it doesn't necessarily deflect every aspect of the story. So once again, confliction. I tell you what I find really strange about this is wherever you turn with Meghan, seemingly there's always some drama. Now, what you would say is that Mr. Keshner is, of course, as I say, a very much in-demand writer. And as a freelance writer, you don't want to offend those that commission you. So by the fact that he'd agreed to the interview with Mr. Bower, things could have got a little bit sticky if he's looking for more commissions down the line. And as Vanity Fair is one of his biggest projects, obviously he wants to keep them on side, allegedly. As for Mr. Bower, he's yet to respond to these claims, but seemingly there's going to be quite a few more coming forward. As we told you a few days ago, Meghan has rallied certain friends, allies and associates to speak out on her behalf. But for now it remains to be seen exactly just where down the line is the truth, and as ever, where remains the mystery. But at least there's one person for now willing to stand up in the defence of Miss Markle. But as ever, is it the right person? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.